Kia ora, guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Raikon here, and welcome to this month's Town Hall. I hope that you can all hear and see me okay. I am using YouTube's brand new live streaming setup that they have. It's a little weird, it's a little different than what I'm used to, but hey, at the very least, you seem to be able to hear and or see me, so that's good. That's good, that's fantastic. If you've never been to a town hall before, it's effectively a chance for you and me to hang out, to have a conversation, to answer some questions. You can answer some questions for me as well. This is good. This is like a Q&A for both of us here, so I'm glad that you've all been able to make it today. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have it on the 1st of the month, but yeah. There's very little delay in the chat. That's fantastic. We are on ultra low latency yet again, so yeah, things seem to be ticking along okay, which is great. So that's fantastic. We should be moving along just fine. Now, the town hall runs for usually around about an hour's time, with halfway through us announcing the Legionnaire of the month. But yeah, that's us. That's us. So first of all, a little bit of news. Obviously, we've just started a brand new series just recently, The Outer Worlds. We've had the first episode of that pop up just in the past week. We have episode 2 coming up very, very soon. I've already finished that. That's all said and done. It's uploaded, scheduled. It's going to be heading out the door any moment now. But about The Outer Worlds, I'm probably going to accelerate the release schedule of that, just so that it's yeah, it's occurring a little bit more often, because I don't know, I feel like I can do more than just the one a week with that. It's not as edit intensive as some of the other role plays that I've done, so yeah, there we go. Do we get to see the face of our Outer Worlds character? I wish we could. Like, the only way you can actually see your character's face is in the menu, which kind of sucks. I want to have some third person, you know, so I can actually show you them, but then at the same time, because that's the direction that they've gone with it, the direction that I'm going to go with it is that we're going to keep, you know, Gray's face a mystery. So we won't know exactly what he looks like underneath the helmet, so yeah. Birthright, how long does it take to make my intros and outros? It really depends on the complexity of it, so yeah. Ah, frickin', if you stand around idle, the camera will rotate around you. Huh. So why don't they have an option to go into third person? That seems like such a weird decision to make. I have been really enjoying The Outer Worlds so far. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, it's a little strange. Strange design choice. At least, yeah, I think so. How am I feeling about The Outer Worlds when compared to other RPGs? It's early days, I can't say for sure, but the combat feels great, the interactions with other characters is really good, and so far the story seems to be pretty solid, but yeah, well, I guess we will see. Eowyn, there's a camera mod already. Really? Damn it! See, I've been searching for that stuff, but it didn't show up, so hey. Nanania, how is my PC now? That's a very, very good question. So effectively, I managed to diagnose what the issue was. So I had 32 gigs of RAM in my machine, but for whatever reason, the new RAM that I purchased, which was exactly the same as my previous RAM, there was something wrong with it. Yeah, well, I say that now. If the stream just stops all of a sudden, then there's something else that's wrong. But from what I was able to tell, it was these 2 sticks of RAM. It could have just been one of them, but I know that it's the 2 new ones that I got that seem to be causing issues. So, yeah, that was that. Kind of figured it out. Snake Doctor, thank you very much for the super chat. Gotog, did I lose weight? I don't know. I don't think I have. I usually stay pretty much the same. Let's see if Janet's awake today.
Evening, Riken. Loving your Warband series, and even though I want to see Outer Worlds vids quickly, will you still get Warband videos out regularly?
Hopefully. See, I have actually been doing Warband, I just haven't been releasing it, purely because I haven't been able to achieve enough in the game yet. we're in a bit of a pickle with Raywin, where it's kind of like a very, very slow growth. But I reckon we are going to have one, 100% going to have one next week. I'm just wanting to try and accelerate out of the little thing that we're in, the little divot that we're in at the moment. So yeah, I have a regular glass cup. Oh yes, I know. Yeah, I was going to break out the drinking horn today, but I forgot to. And plus it's just water as well, so I feel like putting water in the drinking horn. Yeah. You've never noticed in Sovngarde the background, aside from the window. Huh? Yeah, we're in Sovngarde right now. Yep, that's where I hang out, it's where I do all my recordings. It's really hard to get rid of the echo, but we find our way. We find our way. Eowyn, when does Zealand return, and when do we get that D&D series? So Zealand, we're going to be recording the first part, the first chapter, in early December. We were going to be doing it actually around about now. Skulk had some very good news. And so we've kind of pushed things back a little bit, but I'll leave it to him to announce those things. But he had some very good news, and so we've just moved things back a little bit so that we can all be there for the first chapter of season 4. Season 4, the 4th season in the concurrent order. Yes. But what about D&D? Okay, so it's in the works at the moment. We've actually got quite a few sessions recorded, which they've been so much fun. And I honestly, I cannot wait for you to see them, to meet the characters. But we are still just working on the back end, the graphics, the art. We're getting that all there first of all, so that when we release it, it's going to be consistent throughout the entire season. Yeah. And those of you who were here for my last town hall will know how the logo process went for me, and it went real weird. So, yeah. That's still kind of progressing. I got a refund from that though, so that's good. Sleeth, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's see how Janet deals with this. Or if she does at all. She's probably just going to wait a decent while and then just jump when we least expect it.
Starts to crab rave violently.
Yes. Yes, indeed. It was a good test. It was a good test. Everyone should note, Pringles did make a little bit of PSA at the start of this. Be careful with emojis and spamming too many emojis. Markiplier's brought this issue to the attention of YouTube. A whole heap of people got banned on his channel for using emotes to select different things in his heist video. Apparently, it can potentially get you banned at the moment, so just be careful with your emotes. Yeah, and rightly so. Rightly so. It seems every single day this platform is trying to defeat us. It's like we're running up a treadmill. Not a treadmill. What do you call them? Stairmasters. It's like running up a stairmaster that's working against us. That's what stairmasters do anyway. So yeah, I guess it's like trying to go up a stairmaster, or an escalator that's running backwards. There we go, which is a stairmaster. So yeah, that still stands. Apparently I'm attacking my teeth now. Yeah, I know precisely. Yeah. It's, again, I feel like it's something that was just changed on the back end. They didn't tell anyone, and yeah. Yeah, it'll live. It hasn't fallen out yet. But yes, I did attack it with that glass. Yeah. Yeah, so there is quite a lot of news going on in the YouTube space at the moment. Some pretty potentially interesting changes coming next year, with the changes to the FTC. We'll see how that goes. There's always something. Yeah, it's tough because the thing is, YouTube is where the audience is, you know? And yes, there are audiences that follow large creators, but, yeah. I mean, it's a tough position. I think if YouTube was allowed to just exist in its own space without any interference or legislation from governments, then it'd be fine. But, well, here we are. Governments are gonna govern. So yeah, there we go. Frickin', I mean, like, yeah, to a degree, but I think that is just Kenshi. You know, there is that stage where you are going to get into that kind of building side of things, and it kind of made sense for us to, you know, build as much as we did. Because we want to have, you know, not just a town, we want to have a city for everyone. It'd be very easy just to make a kind of basic outpost. Yeah, Pringles. Who knows? Who knows? I think we will probably end up seeing more and more people hosting their, or rather, you know, choosing to have their content be elsewhere as well as on here, because it is kind of like a weird gamble. Like, I've got, I think I've got like 1,900, yeah, I've got 1,988 videos on here at the moment, which coincidentally is the year of my birth. But yeah, I've got, you know, nearly 2,000 videos on here. If those disappeared, that's like all my work for the last 5 years. And that can happen. People just get banned and they lose access to everything they've had before. Although, you know, I feel like we're generally pretty safe on here for the most part. Generally, I don't do things to to get banned. Vormithrax, good to see you here. Hello. Hello. Welcome from the ant-infested lab. Random, and that's the same for me. That's why when I stream on YouTube, because that's where all of you are, you know? It'd be too easy for people to miss something if I was going to go live, if I was doing it on Twitch, but it is good to diversify. So yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jake, what's up? Oh, yes. Yes. I don't know if you've... Yeah. I'll let you know about Zealand, buddy. But yeah, there's been a bit of a change. We, yeah. I'll talk to you about that. Will we get another Project Zomboid? Yeah, I mean, I feel like now is kind of the time. They have just done a whole heap of changes, and it's pretty freaking... I know, Duck. My communication skills are amazing. What's tough is, like, most of the Zealand cast are, like, around here. Like, I mean, 2 of them live here, so... Yeah. Usually I will forget that I haven't told everyone something. Yeah. Ah, dear. Where was I? Yes, Zomboid. Yeah, so there've been a whole heap of changes to Zomboid, and, yeah. I feel like I would want to head back into that. Yes, that's true. It is in beta at the moment. Once they kind of have that... I'm just gesticulating too wildly. I'll calm down. Yeah, once they've kind of got that settled, kind of out of that experimental phase, be great. How do you find the Discord channel on the app? So if you use the link that is in the description, or one of the ones that Duck have been listing, you'll be able to find it there. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Duck. Much appreciated. Is Kenshi still being updated, or is it all... Yeah, pretty much at this stage, the work is going towards Kenshi 2. That's the way that the poll ended up going. which is cool. I'm really happy with that. The idea of doing, updates to both at the same time, I feel like at the moment, Kenshi is a completely playable game. There might be like a few bugs in there, but generally I haven't run into that many. Sometimes we might have a crash, but it's pretty rare, so I feel like Kenshi's kind of the game that they want it to be, so putting that energy into Kenshi 2, I feel like that's the way to do it. And it makes sense business-wise for them to do that as well. Nanania, thank you very much for the super chat. Hello to Buster.
When will you do another Let's Relax? Buster, say hi.
Ooh, when will I do another Let's Relax? Soon, I think. If we can find a good game to dive back into for streaming, then yes, we will have it back. Birthright, you're having a hard time believing that we're in Sogengard with that Diner sign. That Diner sign is an Amazing Fantasy, who is our current Legionnaire of the Month. Which, well, we've got a new one on the horizon. Let's see. Let's try and catch back up here. Kenshi is still easier to run than Cataclysm. Yeah, I know, strangely enough. But Cataclysm is incredibly in-depth for, how simplistic it seems on the surface. Snake Doctor, thank you very much for the super chat there.
Feel free to ignore this if you want, you've probably been asked loads of times. But what happened to Kingdom Come? Sorry, I'm curious. Shoot me. Smile.
Bang. Bang, bang, bang. What happened to Kingdom Come? Effectively, an update completely broke the game for me. It made it so that it was going to take, I think it was like 1,000 days for the update to install, for it to complete. So it was very broken. It was very, very broken. So that got axed. Because as soon as it takes too long to actually get the game running, if I'm just running like too many things to get it going, that's where I'm like, alright, we're done. We are done. So yeah. I'm actually running into some pretty serious issues with Skyrim at the moment. I'm working through them, because there is still more story for our boy Leon, but yeah, they're frustrating as hell to deal with. I've got this great new feature where whenever we fast travel, which generally we don't do too much fast traveling, but because the pace of the story changes, sometimes we will end up fast traveling because we've seen that that kind of travel before. So I'll try and jump through it, but whenever I do, there's just a full-blown crash. So that's cool. It means I might have to just walk everywhere manually, which just ends up taking a lot more time. I did see someone else mention that there were some other role players who were doing videos with Zomboid, and yes, you are right. Mathis is kind of doing his narrative series with Zomboid. He's like the original Zomboid YouTuber as well, which is great to see him going back to that. But I'm trying to remember who else. I think, did Pixel Rookie just start one? I feel like maybe Pixel Rookie just started one. Pixel Rookie, who I had in the description in the previous Town Hall. Campfire, yes. Yes, I am wanting to jump back into RimWorld. I just haven't decided what style we want to do yet. If it's going to be full-on medieval, or if it's going to be something different. Haven't settled on it yet. I've actually been playing around with a new Cataclysm series as well. I know. I love Cataclysm. I find it very hard not to have kind of multiple playthroughs of that going. So we'll see how that goes, because I know that a few of you are wanting to see a return to the kind of survivalist challenge kind of playthrough that we had with Leif. So we might be looking at doing something a little similar again. So, Jacob, why does Logan not have an accent? So, when I first started recording New Vegas, I was not confident in my accents at all. So, Logan had a Kiwi accent. And I didn't have a real reason for it back then. And then obviously because New Vegas came before Fallout 3, it meant that then I had to try and come up with an in-universe reason for why Logan sounds the way he does. My in-universe headcanon for why Logan has a Kiwi accent rather than an American accent like everyone else, growing up, especially in the Vault, was that he was exposed to... not radiation, no, he was exposed to media in the form of like holotapes. Because if you go back to the first episode, he's like really into his Grognak the Barbarian, and I feel like Grognak is kind of like, I mean, it is more Conan, but I kind of feel like at the same time it reminded me of like Hercules, and the Hercules and Xena shows were filmed in New Zealand with like New Zealand actors and actresses, and so there were a lot of New Zealand accents in there, and so the long way to explain this is that effectively he started imitating the people that were in them because he wanted to be like Grognak. So that's why he has a Kiwi accent. I know, it's very roundabout, but you know, that's my headcanon for why he sounds that way. So yeah, it's because he wanted to sound like Grognak. Yes, Pringles, it is a massive stretch, but that's how we connect those dots. It is a massive stretch. Yeah, so there we go. And it's all because, yeah, when I first started doing this, I just wasn't confident with those voices, so yeah. And I could have done a different accent for Logan in Fallout 3, but I feel like that would have confused people more, because they'd be like, is this the same Logan, or did you just name the character twice? And it just gets a little too confusing, so yeah. Yes, the US was definitely conquered by New Zealand before the bombs fell. Yeah, that's 100% what happened. Well, that's the thing, Jacob. He does when you have amnesia, you don't lose your voice. So he still sounded the same. So he doesn't remember why he sounds different from everyone else, but that's the reason why he does. Yeah, because you know, you don't change your accent if you have some kind of traumatic injury. Triton's good. Triton's good. He's actually just behind me. I don't know if we can see him or not in the darkness. No. Oh, we can kind of see him. Not quite. Not quite. It's very dark in the lounge there. I did see a question about Death Stranding. What a game. What a game. What again? Triton's dying now, apparently, so there you go. That's the question of how Triton's doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sovngarde is just a veil. Yeah. Left the veil in reality. Yeah, Death Stranding is that is something else. I'm currently watching Jacksepticeye's playthrough of it, and Triton is playing through it as well. But man, it's good. It's good. I love it. I'd eat it up. Yeah, it's a technique that I have. I can pull back the veil of reality. It's a pretty good one. I'm not surprised that Death Stranding's getting mixed reviews. It isn't going to be for everyone. It's not it's not an action-orientated game. It's psychological. I enjoy it. I really do. It's very chill at the same time as well. It's chill and then really, really intense and then chill again. Yeah, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think that's why, like, just recently I was at the Armageddon Expo in New Zealand, and we had Death Stranding there in a booth, and no one was really playing it, and I can understand that, because you wouldn't play something like that at an expo, so it's weird that they would have that there. But also just the playstyle as well. You're not going to get the game from playing just 5-10 minutes of it. You need to play for like that full-on hour, 2 hours, and yeah. Sleeth. Getting Logan and Leon. Well, yeah, I mean, like, it'd be quite fun to have like an all-stars cast. Could be good fun. Yeah, I'm just intrigued to see where the full story goes, but I've been really enjoying it so far. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the 3rd episode from Jack. Yes, indeed. Oh, birth. I'm not in Australia. I'm in New Zealand. So it's actually 9:26 for us. So it's not as early as it is in Aussie. We're in the future, you see. New Zealand is always in the future. Unfortunately, I can't be Cowboy Rykon today. I don't have my hat anymore. It's usually right beside me, but it's actually somewhere else at the moment. It is in use. So there. Eowlin, I'm glad you like the voice. I played around with so many different ideas for the character's voice in Outer Worlds. I kind of went from doing the kind of southern, more of like a cowboy style, which I liked, but then for some reason I just kept on landing on this kind of, yeah, this Aussie. It just kept on coming back to me. And it's a different kind of Aussie from Sand. But, yeah. Clay Gray he's been good fun to play so far. Yeah, I mean it's a different kind of character for us as well, so yeah. If I won't show, no, see, that's the thing, Erilyn. I want to keep it a mystery. I like the idea of who he is behind the mask, the helmet, a mystery. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, like, I always struggle to make the decisions that I think he will be making. I always struggle to make those ones. Yeah. Dovahkiin, I can understand that. Yep, definitely. The BBs are interesting. Yeah. Is After Dark coming back at some point? Yeah, if we can find ourselves a good horror game that that fits the mold. Well, I mean, there was a tease from Red Barrels recently. I don't know if you saw on Twitter. They were teasing something in regard to Outlast, so we might have a new Outlast on the horizon, an Outlast 3. That'd be good. I'd be down for that. I still feel like there were a lot of things in 2 that we just didn't get to explore, which I was kind of... I really wanted to dig into those, and I'm surprised that we didn't get a expansion. Or maybe that's what it is. Maybe, but it's quite a while afterwards to do an expansion. But I was kind of a little disappointed in 2 that we never got to that facility that was off in the distance. And that's where I thought maybe they'd do something like Whistleblower and kind of show that whole behind the scenes, because that's where I kind of liked it, because Whistleblower was like a really good addition to the main game, because it was like, little nods to stuff that you had seen happening elsewhere. Yeah. I believe, Nanania, you are correct. It is time for us to announce the Legionnaire of the month. So, thank you once again to An Amazing Fantasy. You have been a fantastic Lotum, but we are going to be lowering your flag. And now we shall begin our drum roll. Our Legionnaire of the month is... boom. RP_Sarge. If you haven't seen me and Sarge talking through Twitter or seen some of the things that I've been posting about Sarge recently, Sarge is running a really cool Zealand campaign set in Las Vegas. It's a very, very different style of campaign just because of the setting alone. If you haven't seen any of Sarge's stuff yet, I highly recommend you do check it out. Search for RP_Sarge on YouTube, and you'll be able to find him there. And he is our Legionnaire of the Month for bringing Zealand to life in another form, another fashion, another part of the world. And the way I like to see these different campaigns in Zealand is that they are all existing within that same world, you know? So, there we go. And if you have your own Zealand stories, please do share them with us on the Discord in the Zealand segment. Segment, is that the right word for it? I'm a boomer, so what do I know? So yes, check out Sarge. Check out Sarge. So there, yes, we are halfway through our town hall for today. Amethyst, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, indeed, you are correct. You are correct. It should be avoided. And thank you, Janet, for reiterating this for us.
Started CDDA again today. Cool updates since halfway ago. Also fair warning to everyone, don't use multiple emotes in row. Automatic bans lately in UW.
UW indeed. Yeah, frickin', I feel like our Zealand series is like a really weird, a really weird advertisement for New Zealand. But hey, yeah, there we go. Come to New Zealand. Survive the apocalypse. Campfire Stalker, fantastic. I hope you enjoy it. The book, I'm so happy and proud of how that book has turned out. Yeah. Louise, it has been going on for about half an hour. You're right in the halfway point of the town hall, so welcome. Welcome. Yes, Zealand and Vegas. So yeah, I can imagine it would be, it's a very different style. Random name, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words. I'm glad that you're able to enjoy everything here on the channel. I'm very happy with how Zealand turned out. Yeah. And I honestly, I can't wait for this coming season as well. It's been such a long time. It's been such a long time since we played. Like a long time. We're all gonna have to remind ourselves how how to actually survive. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Stalker. Good. Hello, Dat Brown. Welcome. Alright. Hey, Nick. Hello, good sir. Yeah, Wieland. It is going to be in Transylvania. Yes, Triton doesn't need to remember exactly what he was doing last. Thank you very much for the link there, Duck. Louise, I am enjoying the Outer Worlds, yes. Yes, I'm wanting to play so much more of it as well. But, yeah, I'm kind of limiting my play to when I'm recording. But we should see a lot more Outer Worlds next week. I want to have at least 2 coming out per week at the moment. We'll see. Because, like, it isn't a giant game, so it's not going to be a massive series. So, I feel like telling the story a little faster is okay. Yeah. And that's the thing as well, like, the whole side quest side of things as well, I won't go searching for them, but if they present themselves to us and it makes sense in character if we'd pursue them, then we would, yeah. It just depends. I'm not going to actively search them out, because we've kind of got our own goals. Yes, I am actually wanting to do a magic series through Cataclysm. There's actually kind of 2 that I'm wanting to run with, and I don't think I want to see the overlap. We're at that loud point again. It's about halfway through that we get to the really loud Skyrim music. So, wanting to do the magic playthrough, but I'm also wanting to look back at the kind of survivalist style of playthrough that we had originally with Leif, and now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm thinking maybe they could kind of coexist. they maybe could coexist, quite possibly. Because I was wanting to go, yeah, Aeolin, that's the kind of thing, like a druid out in the wilds or a... Is there a baby crying? Oh, there is a baby crying. Okay, so Triton is playing Death Stranding at the moment, and the baby cries through the controller. And so he's got headphones on, but it's coming through. So no, I don't have a baby in the house. I don't have a baby hostage. If you hear a baby crying, it's because Triton is stressing out a baby. So Triton's a villain there. He's got no idea as well. It's great. Oh dear, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Ah, far out. Yeah, so in saying that, I do think the series could kind of coexist, possibly. Yeah, which would be interesting. I was wanting to throw into the... I honestly, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but yeah, it's it's creeping me out. Oh dear. I've been wanting to play around with the dinosaur mod that's in Cataclysm as well, and I felt like the dinosaur thing could work quite well for one of those no city playthroughs. But yeah. Okay, I'm glad that you guys can just vaguely hear it. It's bizarre. Ah, dear. Campfire Stalker, have I ever thought about role-playing this War of Mine or Frostpunk? In terms of Frostpunk, officially Devon has done an amazing narrative playthrough of Frostpunk. If you want some kind of narrative roleplay driven content, officially Devon has done some amazing stuff with Frostpunk, so I highly recommend that you watch that series. And generally, more often than not, I won't touch a series if I don't think that I can, tell a different story, or, just bring something different to it, so, yeah. As for this War of Mine, I haven't really played it all that much, so I'm not sure, but yeah. I'm glad you can't hear the baby crying, Nick. Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah, I mean, it's literally just come out on PC. Maybe that is what we could look into for Let's Relax, doing kind of more of a casual roleplay style of that. Just follow our cowboy adventures out in the Wild West. That could be good. That could be a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, Nanania, I couldn't play Magic Arena on stream. I'd make an embarrassment of myself. Yeah, that's the thing, is if Red Dead is glitchy, it's okay if it's more of a casual style of roleplay. If I'm trying to do like one of the more cinematic, telling a story, it doesn't work as well, but that could actually be part of the fun if it's glitchy, so yeah. Yeah. Do I still want to do Dishonored? 100%. I really do. I've been having that itch again recently. Actually, just when I started doing The Outer Worlds, I was like, I really want to be doing Dishonored. So yeah. That's going to be coming as well. And I know I haven't officially said it, because I wasn't sure about it, and sometimes this is the thing. Sometimes I won't know until I've done something. The last episode that we had of Ashes, that's kind of the season finale for that first season, because I feel like that it ties a neat bow on that little part of Ash's story. So that is the season finale for that. It will obviously be coming back as well, but yeah, I just thought I'd say that here first. If you are expecting more of that to be coming out soon, it won't be just yet, but it will be coming back eventually. Just as with everything else, it will be returning, but yeah. It'll be back. It'll be back. A Doom 3 RP. Yeah. It's been a very long time since I've played 3. I remember when it first came out, and it just looked like the coolest. It just looked amazing. Like, in terms of the graphics and everything, it's just... But yeah. Yeah, Nick's perception in Zealand is it's up there. It's way up there. Lewd Angel, thank you very much. I'm glad that you are enjoying Outer Worlds. I am working on Leon at the moment, so I've been recording the effectively the in-between. So you know how whenever we start off a season, we kind of recap everything that's happened to a degree, but also just recap what's happened since the last season. And there've been some pretty big things going on. And Leon and his companions have moved on from where they were. They're kind of living their own lives. But yeah, I just need to punch through these freaking bugs that we have. I really am wanting to bring Enderall out as well. I actually have a character in mind for Enderall. I just actually need to clear up some space on my computer to have a separate install of Skyrim. Yeah, because Leon, like, that's the thing is I would never touch that install of Skyrim just because it's so delicate. It's held together with thin sheets of glass and bird spittle. That's all that's keeping it together. So, yeah. I mean, Enderall would be super fun. What's my favorite character to roleplay? Honestly, any of the characters from any of the Outlast games, because it's very easy for me to put myself into their minds, because, yeah, I feel like that game immerses you really nicely into that story, and I don't have to act scared, so it's great. Enderall is installed via Steam now. Is it entirely separate? Well, there we go. See, I was just afraid that it was going to touch the Skyrim game files. Okay, you don't need a separate Skyrim. So I'm guessing you just need to own Skyrim to be able to install it? Yeah. Just because I'm very protective of Leon. Yeah, okay, that's good. Well, let's do it. Let's make this Enderall thing happen. Yeah, we're gonna have a much less martial-orientated character for Enderall. Much more... Yes, much more of that. Jazz hands, just all jazz hands. Jazz hands is more this, that's more Palpatine. Maybe a little bit of Palpatine. Yeah. Would I ever do a playthrough of Half-Life? That's another one of those things where... I feel like there's a classic YouTube series. I haven't watched it myself. It was called like The Mind of Freeman, I believe. So that's why I'm like, yeah, generally if something has been done and I feel like it's been done well, I'm going to be like, yep, cool. That's good. That's out there in the world. Freeman's Mind. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing. If I feel like it's been like someone's done it, then I'm like, cool, that's great. That's already out there in the world. It exists. So let's do something different. But that's why I like games like Skyrim and the rest, where you have the choice to make any kind of character you want. So I feel like there are so many different stories that you can tell in it, so yeah. Oh, I know that Enderall is a total conversion. I just knew for the longest time that you did actually still need the back end of Skyrim to be there. But if it's completely separate now, then that is solid. Perfect. As long as it doesn't touch my Leon. Oh, Jacob, I can't answer that. I can't choose between them. They're both my faves. Good. Okay. Alright, it's gonna happen. How about a Morrowind roleplay? Okay, that's the thing, is like Morrowind, I love Morrowind, but it would be difficult to... It's not impossible, but it'd be difficult, I think, to do a full roleplay of it. I think we could do a roleplay kind of light. More kind of like how we do Frost. And that kind of style of roleplay could work for that. Quick sidetrack, have I seen Joker? Yes, I have, Nick. And it's amazing. And the composer... phenomenal. The same composer that composed the soundtrack for Chernobyl. Just like easily my favorite composer now. Hans Zimmer. Get out of here. I can't pronounce her name. It's very long and Scandinavian. So I don't even think I can attempt it, but that is good. I don't think I could do that on command random. I'd have to practice for a very long time. I usually warm up to that kind of thing. Well, we kind of got there a little bit in Outlast, Michael. A little bit. Pringles, yes. Yes, that was Chloe that said that in Parliament. It's great. It was great. But it also made sense. It's the perfect response if someone is attacking you about your age or your generation. I mean, why not? Yeah. And it's good because it's a meme and it's also brought that stuff attention again, which is good. So, yeah. 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 Nathan, I used to watch a lot. Purely because my grandmother used to be massive into the WWF, now the WWE. She was a massive supporter of Kane and The Rock. But yes, I used to watch quite a lot of wrestling back in the day. I haven't for a very, very long time. But yeah, my grandmother, she's super into wrestling. She knows her stuff. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that. Well, I don't think they'll be full-on Palpatine-like, but maybe use some of those abilities. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. Yeah. So, how are we all doing? I'm doing okay today. Just okay. I will be checking Steam after this. I will definitely be getting Enderall installed. Yes. Installed. Yeah, Stone Cold was my favorite. 100%. That man has a talent. And I don't understand how it works, but he has like laser precision accuracy at catching beer cans that are thrown at him in the air. I don't know how he does it. It's like, I don't even know where they come from. They come from off screen, flying, hurtling towards his head at high speed, and he just like, and he's got like 4 or 5 of them in his hands, and he somehow catches them. I've never seen him drop one before. It's insane. The guy is an actual mutant. That's his mutant power. He can catch beer cans. Yeah, exactly, because he's Stone Cold. Yeah. But that's just crazy. Yeah, I know they're there, but like, yeah, they fly pretty fast, and I've never seen one just fly past him and then hit someone in the crowd, but I mean, maybe it's happened. Yeah, bear goggles, well done. Yeah. Oh, winter. I know. I know it might be considered to be child friendly, and if it's child friendly, you can't have any of that stuff on YouTube. Not anymore. Yep. Not anymore. I am into Crusader Kings 2. Super into it. I'm really excited about the third one, which is kind of in the works at the moment. The Nadia, anything fun in the pair box? Actually, something has arrived just the other day. I need to go pick it up. I'm not sure what it is. So, we'll see. It could be something ordinary, it could be something incredibly strange. I don't know. Yeah, no, pretty much anything that could be potentially watched by a child. This is where it gets really, really dangerous. Because in New Zealand, we have advertising laws. If you create content for children, and this is the thing, I've always been aware of this because I've worked in television in New Zealand before. You can't advertise to kids. It's like a blanket thing. So when kids' television shows are on, quite often in the morning, these are kids' targeted shows. So your kind of like your kids' cartoons and stuff like that. You can't play advertisements alongside them. or ads that are specifically targeting those kids. Which, in my mind, that makes sense. And so, whenever YouTube does anything, it doesn't do it with like a fine, like, tooth comb. It uses a yard brush to fix any kind of issue. And so, because the FTC has now come in, and they're wanting to, rightfully so, protect children online that might be taken advantage of by advertisers, they're kind of putting in this blanket practice where if you are creating content, not even content that's directed at children, but if you as a creator believe that a child could watch this video, you have to declare it. And if you don't declare it, then you yourself, you the creator, can be fined for monetizing that video, that content. I honestly don't know how that works internationally. I'm not sure. Yeah. Mr. Poet, Michael. Hello, good sir. Good to see you here. But nothing's finalized yet. Who knows where things will go? Who knows? But it's just one of these things where it's always just overcorrections every single time. It's never done with any tact, any kind of care. It's always just, let's go 300% this way and just see where it goes. So, yeah. It's, yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll see. I mean, I don't create children's content. I wouldn't say a lot of my stuff is kids friendly. Yeah. I think you'll see a lot of channels that are more dedicated to kids or producing content for kids. You know, they won't be around on this platform anymore, which sucks. It's terrible. So, yeah. I'm glad to know that you'd let them watch, Michael. But that's the thing, is like, this stuff shouldn't be on. Yeah, in my mind, it's the parents' responsibility to monitor what their children are being exposed to on the internet. And yes, you can't always be hovering over your child's shoulder, but should YouTube be hovering over your child's shoulder at all times? I mean, the thing is, like, it all just kind of stems back to the fact that YouTube was gathering data on children, and they were giving them targeted ads. That was the issue. That issue can be solved very, very easily, but everything always overcorrects. And this time, it's not entirely YouTube's fault. It is it's the FTC that are putting in these changes. So, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Usually, a lot of the time, it's just a lot of panic for nothing, but we'll see where it goes. It does get difficult when it gets kind of put back to us to decide on every single video if... And that's the thing, is it's not just videos that we're creating from here on out, it's everyone that we've made. So I've got, like I said earlier, over 1,900 videos that I'd have to go back through and go, could this potentially be targeting children? If I say incorrectly, could get fined $48,000, I think it is. So no, that can't happen. Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I need to take a deep breath. Cool down. Cool down. Actually, that rant took up a fair bit of time. So we've only got 5 minutes left. We can go over by a little bit here. We'll enter a lightning round at this stage. If you have anything that you'd like to get off your chest yourself, anything that you'd like me to answer, I'd be more than happy to. Yeah, Michael, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. You learned English from World of Warcraft? That's amazing. Wow. Toilet paper or bidet? God damn. Is there a choice? Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode series. It'd be awesome too. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. But yeah, I'd like to eventually. Hell yes. Duck. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. I'm actually hopefully going to be adding another piece to the store before the end of the year. If you haven't seen our store, you should check it out. It's a pretty cool place. It's a good place. Who's my favorite author? Ian Douglas. Ian Douglas, who wrote Semper Mars and that whole kind of series of books. That's like my quick answer. I don't know if that's the right answer. I don't know if it's my actual like favorite. I really love Andy Weir, who wrote Artemis and The Martian. So Andy Weir is right up there as well. Just, yeah, I feel like I enjoy those books a little bit more. Ooh, Disney or Pixar, that's really difficult. I'm gonna pick Disney Pixar. So just bring them together. What's the first game I ever played? A game called Descent, which was a game that came with Windows 95. Yeah. You're out to the Atari store. Enjoy. Enjoy, my friend, enjoy. Read the Iron Druid Chronicles. Okay, alright. Yeah, Space Tunnels. Descent. Descent was great. It's Andy Beer? It's not Andy Beer, it's Andy Weir. It's W-E-I-R. Have I ever played Mass Effect? Yes, I played 1, 2, and 3. I played through them all over like one Christmas break, like a good few years ago now. Will Triton and I do a stream together? Yeah, at some point I'll pull him in for a Let's Relax. He's just out there playing with babies still. Hello. The baby has stopped crying though, so that's good. Have I played Guild Wars? Yes, I have. Played 1 and 2. Both briefly. I don't seem to stick with MMOs for all that long. What does Andy wear? Duck. The integration is seamless. He really should be wearing Rykon merch. Definitely. Definitely. Ah, dear. Well, I think we're going to be wrapping things up here. I apologize for going on a little bit of a rant. It's very easy to get set off sometimes when it comes to those things. I'm very passionate about this job. And, you know, changes happen. Yeah. So, we are going to be wrapping things up. Thank you very much for coming along to this month's Town Hall. I'd like to and see, this is where my brain just starts breaking down. I can only do an hour at a time because it just, yeah, it all goes flat. I'd like to extend a great big thank you to all of our patrons who continue to support this channel, because it's people like you that actually make this stuff possible when all of these changes are out there, all these potential scary changes are out there. To everyone who has purchased a fantastic shirt from the store so far, or one of the other countless other things that they can get printed on. Shower curtains, duvets, bath mats. Yes, many things. Nathan, there is a Rykon Discord. The link for that is in the description. Please do check it out. It's filled with amazing people who like to tell stories of their own. You should definitely be checking it out. Yes, here's to Zealand and D&D soon, and here's to all of you. Thank you for joining me. We are going to be leaving Sovngarde for now. For now, though, I've been Rykon. You all have been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.
You're an amazing creator. Keep it up, smile.
Thank you.